Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, President Donald Trump almost released all of the JFK assassination files, but he's holding a few back till they can be fully vetted and redacted, some of them. The United States government, though, has delayed the release of some of the files related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, according to the White House. Instead, the National Archives did release 2,981 documents this evening, about an hour ago, with the rest subject to a 180-day review of redactions from objecting agencies. According to the Trump administration, the White House said later that the remaining records would be released on a rolling basis in the coming weeks. So there's going to be, over the next 6 months, Trump will let them slowly leak out. I'm ordering today that the veil finally be lifted, President Donald Trump wrote in a memo this evening, announcing, though, a slight delay on a few. At the same time, though, executive departments and agencies have proposed to me that certain information should continue to be redacted because of national security, law enforcement, and foreign affairs concerns, he wrote. I have no choice today but to accept those redactions rather than allow potentially irreversible harm to our nation's security. Still, he warned, the agency heads should be extremely circumspect in asking for further postponing the release of any of the documents, saying the need for continued protection can only have grown weaker with the passage of time. And by law, the National Archives was supposed to release all the remaining records by midnight tonight, unless Trump would object on national security grounds to meet a deadline set 25 years ago by the John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act. The National Archives said the collection includes 3,150 records that have never been seen the light of day, as well as full versions of others that had previously been released with redactions. Trump wants to ensure there is full transparency here, a senior administration official said at the briefing. He is expecting agencies to do a better job in reducing the conflict within redactions and to get this information out as quickly as possible. The CIA, in a statement, that the redactions were meant to protect information that would harm national security, including the names of some CIA assets and current and former CIA officers, as well as specific intelligence methods and partnerships that remain viable to protecting the nation today. Every single one of the approximately 18,000 remaining CIA records in the collection will ultimately be released, with no document withheld in full, according to the agency. Trump, no stranger to conspiracy theories about Kennedy's killing, had appeared eager to get the latest JFK documentation out. He tweeted yesterday, the long-anticipated release of the JFK files will take place tomorrow. This is so interesting. As journalists, scholars, and assassination buffs began scouring the thousands of pages tonight, it remained to be seen whether the document dump would satisfy the many people who still dispute the finding of the Warren Commission that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone when he gunned down John F. Kennedy on November 22nd, 1963. The assassination shocked the nation and spawned a conspiracy industry that continues to pump out all kinds of alternative theories about who really was behind the assassination. Officials at the National Archives have made a point of trying to tamp down the expectations that the newest batch of documents contains any blockbuster revelations. And they have noted repeatedly that about 90% of the available records related to the assassination are already public. But Clint Hill, the Secret Service agent who used his body to shield the mortally wounded president, and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, after the first shots rang out in Dallas, said earlier today that he hoped the latest declassified papers shed some light on why Oswald pulled the trigger. I'm hoping that within the material, and there's a lot of it, that there will be some indication as to the motive, the reason why he did what he did, he told MSNBC. So, folks, we will see. Trump believes that this has to be released. He's releasing almost everything, what few documents he's holding, due to the urgent request by the FBI, the CIA, and some other agency groups. But he's saying, okay, I'll hold those very, very few records back just for 6 months at the most, and then they're going to all be released. We'll protect the names of the few people that are still alive, but this has got to get out. So the JFK, so it has begun. All the rest of them were released, tons of information, and now in the last hour, people are pouring through the documents, looking to find the smoking gun, maybe, where there are more than one person involved in the Kennedy assassination. Obviously, the Illuminati had him killed, but the question is how many more participated along with Lee Harvey Oswald? And did Lee Harvey Oswald even pull the trigger? I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy, but you can see the unraveling of the cabal.